got our own version of Shark Tank today. We're business guys that fell into doing real estate. If we wasn't doing real estate, we would pursue these 3 ideas that we're going to share with you guys today. Purpose of this show is to help you guys think outside the box and help you expose you to see what's different. You can make a lot of money without being passionate about something, but if you're passionate about something and solving a real problem, you can make a lot of money. These business ideas are so good that we may consider quitting real estate altogether. So be sure to watch the episode until the end so you can find out what these ideas are. Welcome to another edition of the Expose and Expand podcast show. I'm the man with the plan, Jeremy Mathis. I'm Joshua. I'm going to give you the game, Mathis, and welcome to another edition of the Expose and Expand podcast show, where we expose you to the ideas, the strategies, the struggles, the failures, the people, and the experiences that have gotten us from zero to millions. Today is going to be a very fun episode, guys. It's going to be a very different episode than what you guys have become accustomed to when listening to the Expose and Expand podcast show. We're going to have a lot of fun today. So in today's episode, we're going to break down 3 business ideas that we would be pursuing right now if we wasn't focused on growing our real estate company. This is going to be very fun because the first idea, me and Josh are going to talk about it together. And then the last 2 ideas, I don't know what Josh's idea is. He don't know what my idea is going to be. And we're going to break these ideas down. It's going to be real fun. Let's get exposed. Yeah, when we were talking about this episode, I was excited to do something different, right? So people can see that even though we're twins, we think differently. Jerm has some business ideas, and I'll be like, yo, get out my face with it. It'd be trash to me. And I'm pretty sure he feels the same about some of the ideas that I bring to him. But on the cool thing about it, there are certain businesses that we fall in alignment with. There are certain businesses that we said that if we were not focusing on growing our real estate investment firm, we would start these businesses. So as Jerm just mentioned, man, I'm excited to share on this episode. I definitely think I need to start a styling company to help you out because, boy, what we got on today? Boy, I don't know what he talking about. Boy, I'm fresh to death, boy. My shirt costs more than everything that boy got on. Stop that. Boy, your shirt free, your pants from Forever 21. Stop playing with me, son. But so, guys, today that we gonna let's get right into the ideas. So the first idea that we had together, the idea that we're gonna talk about. You know what? I'm sorry, guys. Even before we continue with this episode, man, make sure y'all do us a favor. Subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, and make sure you guys give us a comment as well, and then also be sure to like on the podcast. Like and follow on all the podcast players, man. So make sure y'all do us that favor. Yeah, your shirt too tight. You can't think straight.
Nah, my boy, you keep interrupting me, boy. I'm about to split you right now, my boy.
So the first idea that we would start if we wasn't doing real estate is we would roll up service companies, and what that means is give you guys context. Is we deal with a lot of plumbers, electricians, and HVAC, heating and air conditioning companies. We deal with a lot of these type of companies, and we see how much money they make, but we also see the problems that they have. And a lot of these guys are unorganized. They are not leveraging technology to help them run their business easier, and they are staying stagnant. So for us, if we wasn't pursuing real estate, we would buy a group of these companies, these service companies, roll them up and create one company and start to grow the company that way.
So when you say service companies, I know you broke it down to people, but I think I want to give people like a deeper insight. So guys, most of us, most of our fix and flips, we have to use these companies. We have to have an electrician that come and check the electrical. We have to have a plumber come check the plumbing. We have to have somebody come and check the AC. Now, whether we're installing new or doing a service job, they're getting paid money, and that's on almost every house that we flip.
Also for our rental properties as well, as we know.
And guys, we're one company, and we're small compared to all of the other investors that are out there, compared to homeowners that need these services as well. So when we thought about a company that we would start, a company that we would want to operate together if we wasn't focusing on real estate, this was definitely one of them. Because again, this is a high, in all of these service industry, they're high margin businesses. These are businesses where you can have an easily net 40 to 50% net margin, sometimes even more than that.
Nah, for sure. So another reason why we like these businesses, and I mentioned a few. Number one, they don't have a lot of these companies. They don't, at least the smaller companies, they don't have any technology that they're leveraging to help grow the company. they also are not marketing. That's a big thing that we've learned from real estate investing. You got to market to generate leads, and you got to have a sales team to close those leads. And we realize a lot of these companies rely strictly off referrals, which is okay. But we believe that there's a lot of potential, a lot of money that they're leaving on the table. And we believe that, if we wasn't pursuing real estate, we would come in and be able to exploit and take advantage of a lot of the opportunities that we see in this industry.
And the thing about rolling up these businesses is most of the business owners who run these businesses, they're not sophisticated business owners. So, and that's not taking a shot at anyone that runs those type of businesses, but it's just the truth, right? You can come to them with an opportunity and say, hey, I'll help you make more money and you work less hours. I'll help you leverage technology. I'll help you grow and scale your business. And so instead of you working 60, 70, 80 plus hours a week, you'll work 40 hours a week, but you'll make more money. So we know that we can add that value to the people that run these companies. And once you buy one and you get it rolling, it's just a steamroll. It becomes easier and easier because you know exactly what you're looking for. You know exactly how many customers you need to service in order to make the money that you want to make.
So as far as, because I want to make sure that people understand when we say roll up, exactly what that means. Do you feel like we gave people a good idea of what it means to roll up the service industry?
We could talk about it now. So guys, essentially what that means is we can start with one company. We start with one plumber, right? We buy his business. Then we go to another plumber. We buy his business. Then we go to 5 more plumbers and we buy their business. Then we go to 10 more plumbers. Before you know it, we have 20 different plumbing companies that we've all created into one company. And that's what we mean by rolling up.
Yes, guys. So, and the thing about rolling up is these people already have existing customers. They already have existing customers, so it's not like you got to go out and get a lot more customers. Obviously, your skills our skills would warrant that. But these people are coming with customers, which is one of the greatest things that I like about this idea that we have. Yeah.
So I think too, I want to break down to the audience and help them understand what would that even look like? How would you go about approaching somebody and saying, hey, I want to buy your business?
I think first it's building some type of relationship with them, and not just jumping straight off the porch say I want to buy your company. Yeah. I think understanding what their needs are. So building a relationship through understanding what their needs and seeing and showing them how you can add value. And then once you do that, after you build the relationship, you've shown them you have value. I think the third conversation should be like, man, I know I can help you. Would you be interested in taking some money off the table and joining me on this journey and buying other companies and creating something really big?
I think you said 2 key things that I don't want you guys to miss. Number one, Jerm said building a relationship. Guys, we've mentioned this time and time again, and we're going to keep expressing to you guys the importance of relationships. Number two was he said, hey, you need to understand what that person is struggling with. What are their challenges? How can you come in and add value to the business? Because all business owners struggle one way or another, right? Whether it's with talent, whether it's with finances, whether it's with getting better suppliers, whatever the industry is, there's different struggles in that industry, but you have to understand what that person that you're coming to, what struggles are they having, and then how you can help them with those struggles. So Jerm made those 2 points, and I don't want you guys to miss that.
Nah, for sure, guys. And so you have any other thing that you want to talk about in regards to this idea? You think we gave people a pretty good idea of what we were thinking about?
And then too, helping you guys understand, like anything that we start now, we look at business a little different. This is a business that you can get into. As we mentioned, you can roll it up and then you can sell for an exit. So what I mean by that is if we get, as I mentioned earlier, let's say, for instance, we bought 20 plumbing companies over a 5-year span, and those plumbing companies are doing $50 million a year at, of $10 million EBITDA. Some private equity firms or buyers of those type of businesses will pay you anywhere to 5 to 10 times EBITDA. So if I'm doing 10 million in EBITDA and somebody's willing to pay me 5 times EBITDA, that means I can get $50 million for selling that business. Now, I won't own 100%, or we won't own 100% of that business, but we'll own a decent size of the business. But most importantly, I think like that is one of the easiest ways to build wealth. If you have a major cash event, if we sell that business for 50 million, and even if our share is only 10 million, 15 million out of that 50 million, we know how to take that money and we know how to invest that money and just live off the interest.
Fact. So I think you did a good job there, but explain to the people that don't know, what is EBITDA?
EBITDA is essentially your net income, right? So if you do 50 million in top line revenue, you have COGS, which is your cost of goods sold. You have SG&A, you have standard operating expenses, things that you need to spend money on to operate the business, overhead, paying benefits to your employees, paying salaries, those type of things. And then after all of that is minused out, you get your net operating income,
which is the EBITDA.
Yeah.
Got you. You sound smart to somebody that don't know anything about business. You sound good, boy.
Hey, I'm gonna finesse a bit real quick now. I'm gonna 1-2 you real quick.
But guys, so that we just wanted to share this idea together, that if we wasn't doing real estate, that's something that we would pursue. And the purpose of this show is to help you guys think outside the box and help you expose you to see what's different. So now I want to go into the personal ideas. So what we did was, in our production meeting, we said we was going to have an idea together, and then we said that we was going to have our own ideas and we weren't going to talk about it. We wrote down questions that we needed to answer as we were talking about the ideas, and that's how we're going to present today. Yeah. So my guy.
So for me, I'll go first, man. A business idea that I would start if I wasn't in real estate investing is a subscription hair business for men that are losing their hair. So there's a lot of men that suffer from pattern baldness. There's a lot of men like myself that, if y'all look close, if you zoom in, my corners right here, they've been leaving me since about high school, and it stresses me out. And I know 10 other guys who, whether it's my barber or that I meet in the barbershop, and we're all suffering from the same thing. And I know there's a bunch of other men that's suffering from the same thing. So for me, that is a business that I would start.
Got you. Okay. So you said hair extensions?
No. So a hair subscription. So something I'm gonna sell a product, but on a subscription service that'll help you grow your hair back.
Ah, got you. Yeah. Nothing like that has been started already?
I don't know, my man, but if it is, I don't know. They must not be doing right, because I'm somebody who needs that product, and I haven't found nothing yet. I've tried a bunch of different products that has not allowed me to grow my hair back.
Okay, so with if you started that company, how would you market that company and get customers?
For me, I think that the best way is user generated content. So I will find customers who are going through pattern baldness or suffering, that are losing their hair, right? And I would give them free samples, and I would ask them to say, hey, in order for me, because I'm giving you this free sample, my only ask to you is to track your progress. And I'll put together a document or a video showing them how I want them to track their process. Hey, hold your phone here as you apply the product. Talk about how you apply the product, how the product makes you feel. And over time, I'll do a time-lapse video. So I'll use those videos from customers as ads, and I'll run paid ads, and I'll fucking crush it with that video.
So that seems like a very long process, though. You got to be putting out money at least for a year, because wouldn't a hair product, something like that, it'd take you at least a year to grow your hair back.
So it all depends. So one of the things I would do is I'll partner with a chemist, and I would want to use an all natural product. And then for me, I would niche down, right? I would, and when I say niche down, I would target black men specifically. I'm a black man. I have these issues, so I would target black men. So I would find a chemist who understands how black people hair grows, specifically black men, because I want to get niche and I want to create a product that solves their problem.
So when you say subscription, I'm guessing you would give them, help me understand how you would build out the subscription model for the business.
For me, one, through obviously trial, it's going to take some research, but it'll be a trial basis. Or let's say, for instance, the 10 people I meet that I want to give a sample to, I'll tell them to track every day, them putting it in their hair, and I would want to see how long it would take for them to grow their hair back. or at least start seeing some type of progress, right? Because that is what's going to get people to continue to buy if they see progress. So my goal, and I'll talk to the chemists, is to see if this is something that's reasonable, is to say, hey, within 30 to 60 days, how can we get people results? If we can get people results in 30 to 60 days and they start seeing it, they gonna want more of it, right? And I'm your guy. And how we'll build it out is, once people buy, we'll already have the credit card on file. We'll try to price it at like $20 to $30, depending on what my cost is to manufacture the product. But whatever my cost is, I know I want to be at least 50% higher than that. So if it costs me $10 to make it, I'll be charging $20, $25, shipping to be free, the credit card will already be on file, and every month you get a new one in the mail.
What's the name of the business?
I ain't think about that yet. I ain't think about the name.
So you ain't prepared then? Because you supposed to come prepared.
I ain't think about no name.
Well, while you sit there thinking about your name, here's your boy Jern. Here's my product. I mean, here's a company that I would start, or even.
But even so, hold on. Before, because one thing I want you guys to understand why, the 3 reasons on why I like this business model. Number 1, there's a need in the market. I am going to be a customer. This is something that I need, right? And I think that's that passion part about business. I think you can make a lot of money without being passionate about something, but if you're passionate about something and solving a real problem, you can make a lot of money. Number 2, it will be on a subscription model. Every month we're getting paid. So just think about it. If I had 1,000 customers that were paying me, let's call it $25. That's 25 grand a month in just cash flow, and that's on the low end. Right? Let's say, for instance, we get to 1 million customers that's paying us $25. That's what, 25 million that you can make on a monthly recurring basis, right? And then the third thing that I like about this product is I can create other products within the hair industry, right? So once you create a brand, I should have had a name, but once you create a brand and your brand has proven to get people results, I can then come out with a lotion for black men. Then I can come out with a hair gel or something different.
Okay, so good job telling the people about it. So my last question for you, before we get to the best idea, is how would you finance that business? Because you got no money, you work a 9 to 5, you saving $200 a month.
So for me, I would try, like I said, that's why I would partner with the chemist, because if I don't have the money to pay them, right, their equity, or the way that they earn their equity, is they'll have to be the one that come up with the product, right? So they know the chemical stuff, or the chemist stuff that they need to know to create the product. So they'll be responsible for that. On the marketing side of things, one, like I said, I'll try to do some grassroots marketing. I would use social media, get testimonial videos and put it out there. And then I'll also turn those videos, those testimonials, into ads, and I'll start running ads. And I'll just put the ads on the credit card. Yeah. And you just got to get people you ain't even got to get people on the phone, right? They see the product. You got to create a dope ad that tells a story, and is solving a problem, right? If you create that ad, that's, again, telling a story and solving that problem, you drive customers to that landing page, they input their credit card, and boom.
I like the idea simply because it like you said, it fills a need. Yeah. I think great businesses fill the need, and for me, I just think people would just try this just because. Hey, are you a man that's losing your hair and you want to stop losing your hair, or you want to grow your hair back? I think you got me hooked right there on the marketing.
Man, it's so many, man. We know within our friend circle. Yeah. Who some customers
Baldy.
Yeah. We'll be a customer. Our barber be a customer. Yeah. AR be a customer. We got a lot of people that'll be customers.
Yeah, for sure. So, but now this journey, let me tell you about my idea. So the name of my idea is Property Lock, and it is headache insurance for your biggest asset, which is your home. We are in real estate, and one of the things that we know about that probably the average American doesn't know about is the rise in the rapid increase in fraudulent deed activity, meaning people are fraudulently putting their names on deeds
and saying that they're the owner of certain properties when they're not the rightful owners, you can only imagine how harmful and how much of a headache it would be if somebody put their name on your property and you own it. Like, just getting them off is a huge headache, and it's just something that's on the rise. The way the way that I would build out this business is just like Josh. Mine would be a subscription-based business as well, and it'd be $197 a year, not a month, but $197 a year. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm making it extra cheap, because this would be a volume play. And for me, if I wanted to do $5 million in revenue in 1 year, I would need to sign up 25,000 customers, 25,380 customers. If I got, and mind you guys, it's 144 million residential properties in the United States only. I ain't even talking about commercial, I'm talking about residential. So I have to get a very, very small percentage of the market to become a customer of mine so that I can start making money. And the way that I would market this is through title companies. Almost every transaction that I know that's being closed in real estate is either a real estate company or a title company. I'll give title companies a percentage of the recurring revenue so that they can push the product at closing and let people know, like, hey man, D fraud is on the rise. You need to sign up for, I think you should sign up for this service at $197 a month. I mean, $197 a year. And you easily get people signed up for something, and we make money.
But you didn't tell us what the product is. It just says property lock, and it protects your deed.
So the product is just like LifeLock. If you have LifeLock, if somebody, let me not even use that. The product is, it protects your deed. So if somebody goes and changes the deed to your property without you knowing, well, whether you know or not, you're going to get an alert. So you're signing up to get an alert you're signing up to get an alert if somebody is doing something on your property against your deed.
Got you. So this would be a technology play. How would you finance that?
For me, the way that I will finance it is through the same way you said, 0% credit cards. But I would also try to pre-sell it. So I would go to a couple title companies and try to have them pre-sell it to their customers so I can generate some revenue. And I think that the technology would take six months to a year to build it out. So I would pre-sell it, get some revenue in, fund it that way, or at least build out a proof of concept, and then go out and raise some money in order to build out a big enough team.
So if somebody tries to file a fraudulent deed on my property, how would I get notified?
So whether it was fraudulent or not, you're going to get set up in the system, and you're going to put every property that you own, 123 Main Street, 456 ABC Street, whatever property you own, you're gonna let the system know. And if the deed changes, because all of this is public records, right? So if the deed changes on your property, we're going to notify you as soon as it hits public records, because that's really the only way that we'll know, because it has to hit public records first. So it'll build out some type of tech, some type of AI that'll know this record was changed in the public records. I need to notify this customer about it.
Got you. So what are some things that you really like about the business? I mean, I heard you say that it was subscription. So as you guys can see, we are cash flow type of guys. We want that monthly revenue coming in, whether we're working or not. But what are some other things that you like about it?
So the first thing I like about it is an industry that we know very, very well. We have been involved in 2 fraudulent deed cases where two sellers.
What's your boy in Hollywood name?
Christopher Johnson. We've been involved in 2 properties where people they said that they was the owners and they were not the owners, and that's how we found out about this problem of deed fraud. So that's one thing that I like. That's one of the reasons that I love it. Again, this is an industry that we know, a problem that we face firsthand. The second thing is subscription revenue. as you said, every single year, I'm not going out and getting new customers. The cost is so low for the protection that somebody would get on their home. I think it'd be a no-brainer for people. And the last thing, and the last reason that I had wrote down was title fraud this is a big problem. This is a big problem in America. Is title fraud is increasing. So I'm attacking a problem that's in a growing market. So those are the 3 reasons why I like it.
Got you. And then what would you say some drawbacks are to that business?
One thing that I wrote down when I was preparing this was obtaining the insurance that I would need, because in order to get somebody to sign up, my sales proposition would be that, hey, you pay $197 a month, and I insure you up to $2 million on your property. I insure you up to $2 million if there's fraud activity on your property. Meaning up to $2 million, you got I pay for your attorney or whatever's going to be needed for you to deal with that problem and the headache.
Damn, $2 million for a $300,000 house? Jesus. Huh? I don't know about that model, y'all.
You don't know business, my guy.
Hey, listen, if y'all listening to this and y'all can help us bring this to light, holla at your boys, man. Holla at your boys. You guys know that we've been in business for a while. But I think for the audience, this was a different episode, right? As you guys can see, this was something different. You guys get to see that we think different. I love the idea that Jerm had. That's something that we even when we talked about this issue with one of these properties, we was like, man, it should be something out there that should protect homeowners, because especially here in South Florida, it's rampant with deed fraud. It's rampant with
Josh, them cousins be splacking people D's, man.
Yeah, it's crazy out here, guys. So I like that business. I like that business model for sure.
So guys, I really enjoyed this episode. Again, the idea today was just to have some fun, do something a little bit different, and just think outside the box and expose you guys to something different. Let you see a different side of me and Josh. So any parting words? So we in?
No.
Guys, as always, we got our gentleman's agreement. Hit that subscribe button on YouTube. Hit that follow button. If you're listening on the podcast players like Apple or Spotify, share this episode with somebody that needs more exposure in their life. Expose and expand. Peace.
Expose and expand. Peace.